Have you ever wondered how some people seem to grow older without ever losing their vitality, while others struggle with health issues as they age? What if the key to living a long, healthy life is simpler than you think? In today's video, we're going to explore a remarkable, yet simple, health secret that's already transformed the lives of countless people, without spending a dime. Imagine being able to extend your life by 10 years with just 30 minutes of daily activity. Sounds unbelievable? Stick around, because what you're about to hear could change the way you think about aging and health forever. We'll uncover why walking just 30 minutes a day could dramatically lower your risk of heart disease, reduce your chances of dementia by 40%, and even prevent dangerous falls in your later years. But that's not all. This simple habit could also boost your energy, help you stay independent, and improve your overall quality of life as you age. By the end of this video, you'll not only know how to implement this game-changing habit into your daily routine, but you'll also understand why it's the most effective and easiest way to enhance your health at any age. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. The first secret to longevity: walking. Walking for just 30 minutes a day has the incredible potential to extend our lives by as much as 10 years. Imagine that. 10 more years of life simply from a daily habit that costs nothing, requires no special equipment, and has absolutely no side effects. It's hard to believe, but it's true. Take, for example, Grandpa Kim Young-sik, who made walking his daily ritual over 20 years ago. In the beginning, he couldn't even manage 5 minutes. His legs were shaky, and every step left him gasping for air, his body rebelling against this new challenge. But, as tough as it was, he refused to give up. Every morning, with sheer determination, he walked, sometimes only a few steps in the alleyway right outside his house, but he kept going. Slowly but surely, his health began to transform. After just a month of walking, his blood pressure started to dip, and after 2 months, his blood sugar levels began to stabilize. Fast forward to today, and Grandpa Kim is walking 3 laps around the park every morning, full of energy and vitality. His transformation, while incredible, is not unusual. Research from Seoul National University College of Medicine reveals that elderly individuals who engage in 30 minutes of walking daily can slash their risk of heart disease in half and reduce their likelihood of developing dementia by 40%. Those numbers are staggering, and they're a reminder that something as simple as walking can drastically alter the course of our health. Walking is also the most reliable weapon we have against sarcopenia, a condition that slowly robs our bodies of muscle mass as we age, often leaving us vulnerable to falls and fractures. It's a terrifying prospect, especially when you realize that over 380,000 elderly people in the U.S. alone sought hospital care for fractures last year. But here's the truly remarkable thing. Consistent walking can reduce the risk of developing sarcopenia by a staggering 80%. That's 80% less chance of suffering from the debilitating consequences of this condition. Doesn't that make you want to slip on your shoes and take a step outside? If you're hesitant or worried about starting an exercise routine, let me reassure you. It doesn't need to be daunting or complicated. You can begin in simple, manageable ways that require little effort and no special skills. Take a moment to try one of these. 1. Start with marching in place. When you're sitting or watching TV, just stand up and march in place. Even if it's just for 30 seconds at first, you're still doing something amazing for your health. 2. Walk while swinging your arms. This small addition can make a world of difference. Swinging your arms as you walk reduces back pain, helps improve posture, and enhances balance. 3. Walk at a moderate pace. It's not about speed. Just walk at a pace where you can still chat with someone nearby. There's no need to push yourself. This isn't about being a marathon runner. It's about consistency and enjoying the movement. And if the weather's not cooperating, don't worry. You can walk indoors, too. March in place, walk around your home, or do laps in the hallway. You don't need perfect conditions. Just your determination and a few steps. I had the privilege of meeting Grandma Park Soonja, a 95-year-old woman who reclaimed her health through walking. It's been 15 years since I started walking every morning, she told me with a smile that radiated both wisdom and vitality. At first, it was hard to even step outside my house, but now I walk to the park holding my grandchild's hand. Her words hit me deeply. To see someone in their mid-90s embracing life so fully, all thanks to the humble act of walking, was nothing short of inspiring. It's proof that it's never too late to start, and the benefits are profound. Walking isn't just about the physical changes. It's about the emotional and mental shift that occurs, too. There's no prescription, no fancy machine, no expensive treatment needed. It's completely free, it's natural, and it's one of the most powerful tools we have to combat aging and disease. Studies from the U.S. National Institute on Aging confirm that regular walking can significantly lower blood pressure and even improve heart health. Of course, this doesn't mean you should stop taking any medications your doctor has prescribed. But the hope is that walking can complement your treatment and, in some cases, help reduce the need for certain medications over time. Across the country, countless elderly individuals are reaping the benefits of walking. They're moving through apartment complexes, parks, and village roads, determined to maintain their health and quality of life. So, if you're sitting there reading this, take a moment and stand up. Walk a few steps. Nothing fancy, just simple movement. You've just taken the first step toward a healthier, longer life. There's power in that, and that power is yours to embrace. Let's walk together, one step at a time, and see where it takes us. The second secret to longevity: proper eating habits. I want to share with you a profound yet simple secret to living a long and healthy life. One that doesn't rely on expensive health supplements, but on something far more accessible and natural: our daily meals. It's easy to get swept up in the world of health fads and costly supplements, but the truth is, you don't need to spend a fortune to be healthy. You just need to be mindful of what you eat and how you eat it. Let me tell you the inspiring story of 84-year-old Grandma Kim Soon-ai, who has become a shining example of this simple truth. 3 years ago, her diabetes levels were sky high, over 300, and she was spending a staggering 500,000 won a month on health supplements in a desperate bid to control her condition. But then, one day, her doctor said something that would change her life forever. He smiled gently and said, "Grandma, with that money, you could buy a whole month's worth of healthy, home-cooked side dishes." It was a moment of clarity for her. That simple piece of advice marked the turning point in her health journey. Grandma Kim stopped all the health supplements and began focusing on something far more impactful: preparing her nutritious meals from fresh, seasonal ingredients. She started cooking dishes like rich soybean paste soup and colorful vegetable side dishes, full of the natural flavors and nutrients her body craved. Within just 6 months, her diabetes levels dropped dramatically, from over 300 to a healthy 120 range. It was nothing short of a miracle, and the key to her transformation? Simple, mindful eating. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. What was her secret? It wasn't some elusive magic formula. It was eating slowly, savoring each bite, and making sure her meals were full of seasonal, wholesome foods. Chewing food slowly helps stabilize blood sugar levels and prevents those rapid spikes that can wreak havoc on your body. But the benefits don't stop there. When you chew thoroughly, digestion is more efficient, and blood flow to the brain is improved, which in turn boosts memory and cognitive function. It's as though every bite is nourishing your body, not just filling it. You might be thinking, "That sounds great, but I don't have the energy or strength I had when I was younger." How can I possibly eat healthily with all the demands of my day? Don't worry. There are simple, practical steps that anyone, regardless of age or ability, can follow to adopt better eating habits that support longevity. These small changes can have a profound impact on your health, just like they did for Grandma Kim. 1. Use smaller bowls. This might seem like a tiny adjustment, but it's a game changer. Start using smaller bowls for your meals, especially for rice. By serving yourself less food, you're naturally training your mind to feel satisfied with smaller portions. It's a simple yet powerful psychological trick that helps prevent overeating while still making you feel full and content. 2. Follow the colorful side dish rule. A colorful plate is a healthy plate. When preparing side dishes, try to include a range of vibrant colors: green for spinach enamel, red for stir-fried carrots, yellow for egg mari, and so on. The more colors you add to your meal, the more diverse and nutrient-packed your diet becomes. Each color represents a different set of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that are essential for your overall well-being. A rainbow of foods on your plate is a sure sign that you're nourishing your body in the best possible way. 3. Practice putting down the spoon. This one might feel a little awkward at first, but it works wonders. After taking a spoonful, put the spoon down on the table and chew your food thoroughly before taking another bite. It forces you to slow down and appreciate the flavors of your food. This practice also allows your body to register fullness before you've overeat, making it much easier to avoid the temptation to overstuff yourself. A 97-year-old grandma from a longevity village once shared a simple yet profound piece of wisdom. Health starts with the food we eat. Eating good food is like medicine, and eating bad food leads to illness. Those words have stayed with me ever since because they encapsulate everything we need to know about the path to a long life. Our food is our medicine. If we choose to nourish ourselves with wholesome, natural ingredients, our bodies will thank us, and the years will only add to our strength. And let's not forget the importance of dinner. Many people, especially as they age, think they need to eat heavy, rich meals in the evening to feel satisfied. But the truth is, after 7 p.m., it's far better to stick to light, vegetable-based dishes. These meals are easier to digest and promote better sleep, which is so crucial for our overall health. In today's world, we're often led to believe that only expensive health foods or overseas miracle products can make a difference in our well-being. But the reality is, the simplest, most powerful ingredients are likely already sitting in your kitchen. A bowl of soybean paste soup, a plate of kimchi, these traditional, humble foods are packed with the wisdom of our ancestors. They have been passed down through generations for a reason. Because they work. Korean traditional soybean paste is so powerful that it's been recognized as one of the world's top 5 longevity foods. So, my advice to you is simple. Start small. Start today. At your next meal, put down your spoon and chew your food slowly. Savor each bite. Notice the textures, the flavors, and the nourishment you're giving your body. You'll find that not only will you enjoy your food more, but you'll also feel fuller and more satisfied, without ever needing to overeat. Longevity doesn't require grand gestures or expensive products. It's about cultivating a mindset of mindful eating and embracing the wisdom of simple, nutritious meals. It's time to let your food become your medicine, and in doing so, you'll discover a path to a healthier, happier, and longer life. The third secret to longevity: regular sleep. Sleep is so much more than just a way to recharge our tired bodies. It's the foundation of our health and vitality, especially as we grow older. Yet, far too many of us are caught in the frustrating cycle of restless nights and groggy mornings, feeling like no matter how many hours we spend in bed, we never wake up feeling truly rested. I can't sleep well anymore, even when I do manage to drift off, many people say. This isn't just about fatigue. It's about the toll that poor sleep takes on our bodies and minds as we age. Before we start panicking over insomnia, though, it's worth considering a much simpler, natural solution that has the potential to transform our sleep and our overall well-being. It's something that might sound deceptively simple, but it's remarkably effective. Take, for example, 78-year-old Grandpa Lee Chongdiok, who spent 40 years driving a taxi. Like many of us, his erratic lifestyle led to serious sleep struggles, and he became dependent on sleeping pills just to get through the night. For years, he believed he could never sleep without those pills, but 3 years ago, everything changed for him. He found a way to sleep soundly, naturally, and without any medication. What was his secret? It was a change so simple, yet profoundly powerful. He started going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day, no matter what. Imagine that. Just the act of creating a consistent sleep schedule, and suddenly, he was waking up feeling lighter, more energized, and more refreshed than he had in years. Isn't that incredible? It's a reminder that sometimes the most profound solutions are the simplest ones. There's something deeply moving in his story, don't you think? It's a quiet triumph over years of sleep struggles, a quiet victory for the power of regularity and routine. But what's even more powerful is what science tells us about this. Research from Monash University in Australia has shown that people who have irregular sleep patterns are at a much higher risk of cognitive decline and conditions like dementia. And perhaps even more striking, poor sleep doesn't just leave us feeling tired, it can make us look and feel older. It impacts our skin, our immunity, and the very essence of our health, making us appear up to 10 years older than we are. How heartbreaking is that? Now, some might think, well, of course, sleep gets harder as we age, right? But I want to tell you, this is a myth. Aging doesn't have to mean sacrificing our quality of rest. Take, for instance, the story of a grandmother who lived a full, vibrant life well into her 90s. Her secret? Consistency and care. Every evening, without fail, she would turn off all electronic devices by 8 p.m., soak her feet in warm water, and settle into bed by 9 p.m. At first, it was difficult. She couldn't sleep right away, but she stuck with it. Over time, her body adjusted, and within a month, it became second nature. Now, her sleep is restorative, and she wakes up each day ready to embrace life. Inspired? I hope so. Let's dive into some simple, practical tips that could help you find that peaceful, healing sleep too. 1. Keep the golden hours sacred. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., our bodies experience what's known as the golden hours. This is the time when we get the deepest, most restorative sleep. If you can manage to sleep deeply during this window, it can increase melatonin levels and stimulate growth hormones, both crucial for longevity. 2. Manage light exposure. The power of light is often underestimated, but it's crucial in setting our internal clocks. In the morning, expose yourself to natural sunlight for at least 15 minutes right after sunrise. It's a small but transformative habit that signals your body to wake up and be alert. But when evening comes, protect yourself from the disruptive blue light emitted by screens. Trust me, your body will thank you for it. 3. Follow 3 simple rules before bed. Avoid caffeine. After 2 p.m., try to avoid caffeine-rich beverages like coffee and even green tea. They might give you a temporary boost, but they can wreak havoc on your sleep. Eat a light dinner. Aim to finish dinner before 7 p.m., and keep it light and easy to digest. Heavy meals can disrupt your sleep, leaving you tossing and turning. Limit screen time. 1 hour before bed. Put away your smartphones, tablets, and TVs. Instead of scrolling mindlessly, try listening to soothing podcasts or audio content. Your brain will appreciate the break. But what if you're still struggling to sleep, despite trying these tips? Don't give up just yet. Try the 4-7-8 breathing method. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale slowly for 8 seconds. This simple technique is known for calming both the body and mind, and it's backed by Harvard Medical School as a powerful relaxation tool. And if you're trying to wean off sleeping pills, take it slow and always consult with your doctor. This isn't something you should do alone, but with the support and guidance you need. Here's the thing, there's an undeniable truth in all of this. Waking up at the same time every day has been linked to a longer life. Research shows that people who maintain a consistent waking time can live, on average, 5 years longer. Isn't that mind-blowing? The beauty of it is that we can achieve this by making small, thoughtful changes to our routines. No expensive medications required. Across the country, countless individuals are already adopting these sleep habits. Some of them enjoy a warm cup of tea while gazing out the window at the moonlight. Others take the time to soak their feet in warm water, easing the stresses of the day. You can begin tonight, too. Take that first step. A peaceful, restorative night of sleep is waiting for you, and it might just be the key to unlocking the longer, healthier life you deserve. The fourth secret to longevity: stress management. We've all heard it before, but it's impossible to overstate the power of the mind when it comes to overall health. It's scientifically undeniable that our mental well-being has a profound impact on our physical health. Yet, many older individuals continue to suffer in silence, believing their symptoms are simply part of aging. One common refrain goes like this: "I feel my heart racing even when I'm sitting still. My mind just won't calm down." The anxiety, it never seems to leave. If you're nodding along, you're not alone. This feeling of unease, of something being wrong even when nothing physical seems to be, is more common than we realize in the elderly. But here's the shocking truth. These symptoms may not be the inevitable result of getting older. No, they might be a warning sign of something much deeper: stress. And that's not just my opinion. It's backed by countless studies and clinical research. The toll stress takes on our bodies is so profound that it can contribute to chronic illnesses, accelerated aging, and a significantly reduced quality of life in older adults. The heart racing, the trembling hands, the sense of cold sweat, these are all signals of an overburdened mind. Take the story of Grandpa Park Young-soo, an 82-year-old man who spent a significant portion of his life battling unexplained physical symptoms. 10 years ago, Grandpa Park found himself in and out of the hospital on a nearly daily basis. His hands would tremble uncontrollably, his heart would race with no clear cause, and a persistent sense of anxiety would grip him. Despite undergoing a battery of medical tests, doctors couldn't find anything physically wrong with him. The diagnosis? It could be stress, the doctor suggested. At first, Grandpa Park couldn't wrap his head around it. "I'm not young anymore," he thought. "This is just what happens when you get old." But let me tell you, this mindset is one many of us fall into. We convince ourselves that the wear and tear of life has taken its toll and that feeling this way is somehow inevitable. But here's the beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be. Stress management has been linked to longer, healthier lives. Studies consistently show that people who are better at managing stress live longer, healthier lives compared to those who let it consume them. It's never too late to turn things around. So, what did Grandpa Park do to change the trajectory of his life? His transformation didn't require a drastic intervention. It started with something as simple and accessible as a daily mental diary. Just 3 short lines every day, but each one is packed with intention. 1. Something he was grateful for. 2. Something that worried him. 3. Something he could do that day. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. At first, he didn't know what to write. He stared at the blank page, feeling stuck. But over time, as he made the practice a daily ritual, something remarkable happened. He began to understand his mind. He began to confront his thoughts instead of letting them overwhelm him. Within a few months, his symptoms of stress, his trembling hands, and his racing heart began to fade. And as a result, he started carrying his diary with him, not a prescription pad. It's amazing to think that something so simple, so accessible, could bring about such profound change. But that's the beauty of it. Stress management doesn't have to be complex or difficult. You, too, can begin right now. All you need is a pen and paper, and the willingness to commit to your mental well-being. Not sure where to begin? Let me share a few other simple practices that could transform your life. 1. 10-second deep breathing. When the weight of anxiety starts to settle in, try focusing on your breath. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds. Hold for 4, then exhale slowly for 4. Repeat this process for just 10 seconds, and you'll notice how your mind calms and your body relaxes. Studies show that this simple practice lowers stress hormones in your body almost instantly. 2. Leaf observation. Take a walk in your garden or a nearby park. Find a leaf from a flower bed, hold it in your hand, and spend just 1 minute observing it. Really focusing on the texture, the veins, and the subtle changes that happen with time. This is the beginning of meditation, a mindful practice that helps ground your thoughts and center your emotions. 3. Laughing exercises. It might sound silly, but laughter is one of the most powerful tools we have for stress relief. Stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, and laugh. Just let it out, even if it feels awkward at first. Say ha 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 out loud. Keep doing it for a minute, and watch how the laughter shifts from forced to genuine. Laughter is medicine for the soul. One grandmother who lived healthily and independently until she was 94 shared her secret with me. When something makes me angry or upset, I laugh 3 times. Once for myself, once for the other person, and once for the world. Now, isn't that a brilliant way to look at life? She had it figured out. How to diffuse the emotional buildup that comes with living. Her words are not just wise. They are a testament to the healing power of laughter, of choosing joy even in challenging moments. It's crucial to understand that just like we train our muscles, we can train our minds. We can build resilience, to develop mental strength, and to create habits that nurture our emotional health. Every night before you go to bed, take a moment to reflect on one thing that brought you joy that day. Maybe it was the warmth of a cup of tea, the smile of a stranger, or the beauty of a sunset. At first, it may feel hard to find something to hold on to, but over time, you'll begin to see the world through a lens of gratitude and positivity. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Here's the amazing thing. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that after just 3 months of consistent stress management practices, positive structural changes can begin to occur in your brain. Your brain and mind are ready to change. They're waiting for you to take the first step, and that step could be as simple as picking up a pen and starting your mental diary. The 5th secret to longevity. Active social relationships. When it comes to longevity, we often think of healthy diets, exercise routines, and the latest medical treatments. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful secrets to a long life is something far more simple and profoundly human? It's the magic of genuine, active social relationships. While it's tempting to settle into the comfort of watching television or staying indoors, isolating ourselves can be far more harmful than we realize. Why venture out to meet others when we could simply stay in our little bubble? It's easy to fall into that mindset, especially as we grow older. And yet, the truth is that interacting with others is more crucial to our mental and physical well-being than we often give it credit for. I know it can be hard. Many elderly people, myself included, feel a bit of hesitation when it comes to meeting new people as the years go by. There's the sense of vulnerability that comes with stepping outside our comfort zone, and maybe even a bit of shyness that has settled in over time. But hear me out. Those regular conversations, those small moments of connection, they are absolutely essential. They can transform not only our emotional state but our physical health as well. Take, for example, the story of 85-year-old Grandma Kim Jong-ja. 3 years ago, she was struggling with depression and the crushing loneliness that comes from living far away from family. 4 months, she hardly spoke to anyone. Her days blurred into one another, marked only by silence. Her children lived in different cities, and she felt an overwhelming sense of isolation. The weight of solitude pressed on her, leaving her exhausted and emotionally drained. Then, one day, everything changed with a simple invitation. A neighbor, an older woman she had never met before, saw her walking down the street and said, "Would you like to join our morning walk group?" That invitation was a turning point in Grandma's life, a moment that would shift the course of her days in a way she never expected. At first, it was hard for her to even walk a few steps without feeling out of breath, and even harder to engage in conversation. But as the days went by, something beautiful happened. She began to find joy in the rhythm of the walk, the gentle breeze, the familiar faces. The group became a place where she could laugh again, where small talk turned into heartfelt exchanges. Now, just a few years later, she's not just part of the walking group, she's become an integral part of the community. After their walks, they sit down for coffee, chatting and sharing stories. And for Grandma, those moments are the highlight of her day. She says they bring her the kind of happiness she hadn't felt in years. For anyone who feels a little hesitant, who's unsure about opening up to others, or stepping outside their comfort zone, I want to reassure you. It's okay. You don't have to be the life of the party or the most outgoing person in the room. What matters is that you engage, even in small ways. And the good news is, you can start right now with just a few simple steps. 1. Start greeting people. You don't need to have a deep conversation to start. Just greet someone, a neighbor, a store clerk, anyone you cross paths with. A simple good morning can be the beginning of something wonderful. 2. Keep a compliment diary. Every day, try to find something you admire in someone and jot it down. It could be as small as recognizing a bus driver's kindness or complimenting a colleague's outfit. A little appreciation goes a long way. 3. Follow the 3-minute conversation rule. Make it a goal to engage in at least a 3-minute conversation every day. You could talk about the weather, ask about someone's day, or simply share something lighthearted. It doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be real. I remember an elderly gentleman from a longevity village who once shared his wisdom with me. When I was younger, I thought that speaking too much was a flaw. I believed it could cause trouble. But now, as I've gotten older, I've learned that conversation isn't just about words. It's about connection. It fills the heart and strengthens the soul. It's medicine for the mind and the body. He's right. Studies back this up, too. Research shows that elderly people who engage in regular conversations have a 48% lower risk of developing dementia. And conversations that involve exchanging voices, whether through phone calls or video chats, stimulate the brain far more than text messages ever could. The act of speaking, of hearing another person's voice, has a profound impact on our cognitive function. If you're feeling nervous about starting a conversation, you don't have to do it alone. A simple trick is to carry a set of question cards with you. Write down questions like, "What's your favorite food?" or "Where did you grow up?" These little prompts can make it easier to keep a conversation flowing, even with a stranger. You can do this. You can start right now. Open the window, feel the breeze on your face, and step outside. Smile and nod at a neighbor. It might feel awkward at first, but trust me, the courage to connect with others will be worth it. Human relationships are truly the best medicine we have. They lift us, heal our wounds, and give us the strength to carry on. We were never meant to go through life alone, and the beauty of real connection is that it not only enriches our souls but helps preserve our health. So go ahead, reach out, speak up, and embrace the gift of human connection. It's a secret to longevity you can't afford to ignore. The 6th secret to longevity: independent living. There's something deeply moving about the idea of living life on your terms until the very end. The belief that we can, and should, do what we can for ourselves is, in many ways, the essence of living a long and fulfilling life. It's not just about surviving. It's about living with purpose, dignity, and self-reliance. And while we often hear about the importance of exercise, diet, or even mental health, one of the most powerful secrets to longevity, something many overlook, is the ability to maintain independence, even as we grow older. Take Grandpa Choi In Hwan, for example. At 94 years old, he wakes up every morning at 6 a.m., not to the sound of an alarm clock, but to the rhythm of his habits. He stretches his hands, does exercises to keep his joints flexible, and prepares a fresh breakfast made with vegetables he's grown himself. It's a simple, yet profound routine, one that keeps him connected to the world around him and to his own body. When people ask him, "What's your secret to such a long life?" he responds with a humble smile, "It's nothing special. I just do what I can until the end." There's such quiet wisdom in his words, a kind of peaceful defiance that refuses to succumb to the notion that age should define what we're capable of. It's a reminder that independence doesn't require grand gestures. It just requires the willingness to continue doing what you can, no matter how small it seems. Studies back this up. Research shows that elderly individuals who maintain a sense of independence in their daily lives tend to live not only longer but also healthier. It's not about pushing yourself beyond your limits or pretending that aging doesn't bring challenges. It's about embracing the idea that no matter how old we get, there are always things we can still do. And sometimes it's those little things, those small acts of self-sufficiency, that make all the difference in how we feel about ourselves and our place in the world. Consider Grandma Park Soon-hee, who at 92 years old experienced a life-altering stroke that left one side of her body paralyzed. While many would have accepted their new limitations, relying on others to do everything for them, Grandma Park refused to give in. She simply said, "I do what I can myself." That mindset, that quiet strength, became the foundation of her recovery. At first, even holding a spoon seemed impossible. But she didn't give up. With time, determination, and an unyielding will, she regained her independence. Today, she actively participates in her grandchild's life by tending to crops and carrying on with her daily activities. Her story isn't just one of physical recovery. It's a testament to the emotional resilience that independence fosters. When we rely on ourselves, we also learn to trust our strength. Now, let's talk about how you can start making these changes in your life today. It doesn't require huge transformations, only a small, steady commitment to doing what you can. 1. Practice one principle at a time. Start small, but start now. Choose one thing you can do for yourself each day, and commit to it. It could be something as simple as making your bed or clearing the dinner table. At first, it may feel insignificant, but as you continue, you'll start to see how these little acts build your confidence and sense of control. 2. Create a challenge calendar. This is a powerful tool to keep yourself engaged and motivated. Each month, pick something new to learn or achieve. Perhaps this month, you start by learning to take smartphone photos, and next month, you can try growing a small plant. The beauty of challenges is that they give you something to look forward to, something that excites and inspires you. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up and trying. 3. Find your role. We all have something to offer, no matter our age. Whether it's helping a neighbor carry groceries or assisting your grandchild with homework, find a role in the world that makes you feel useful. It doesn't have to be a big, flashy task. It could be as simple as offering a listening ear or sharing a piece of wisdom. You may not realize it, but these actions give meaning to your life and allow you to remain an active, contributing part of your community. I can't help but reflect on the words of a grandfather who lived to be 100. He once said, "People are not meant to be used, otherwise they wither away. Both my body and mind need to be used continuously." There is such power in those words, a reminder that we are not meant to sit idle, waiting for life to pass us by. There is a joy to be found in using our bodies and minds, even as they age. The small victories, learning something new, accomplishing a task on your own, are not insignificant. They are the building blocks of a richer, more fulfilling life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, Please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Take Grandma Kim OK Soon, who at 95 years old decided she would learn how to use a smartphone. At first, she struggled to even turn it on, but over time, she mastered the device, and now she enjoys video calls with her grandchildren. It's a simple joy, but one that connects her to the people she loves, bridging the gap between generations. It's a perfect example of how age is truly just a number. It's never too late to try something new, to stretch your limits, and to embrace the world around you. Every day, elderly individuals across the world are starting their challenges. Some are learning to paint, others are writing poetry, and many are finding new ways to serve their communities. The fact that they are doing this in their later years shows that it's never too late to start something new, to redefine what's possible. You too can start today. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or even 80, there is always something you can do. Begin small, take the first step, and watch how it transforms your life. The moment you decide to live independently, you open the door to a life filled with purpose, connection, and joy. Let's recap the 6 secrets to longevity. As we reflect on the secrets to a long and fulfilling life, we see a common thread running through all of the stories we've shared. Grandpa Kim Young-sik found his vitality by walking every day. Grandma Park Soon-hee transformed her life by changing her mindset and her habits. Grandpa Lee Chong-deok regained his energy through restful, consistent sleep. These individuals didn't wait for life to change. They started today. The truth is, we often hold ourselves back with thoughts like, "I'm too old to start something new," or "I'm not capable of changing now." But those thoughts only keep us stuck. A healthy life doesn't require grand, sweeping changes. It's the small habits, the 3-minute walk each day, the food we choose to nourish our bodies, the bedtime routine that gives us restful sleep, that make all the difference. These seemingly small choices accumulate over time, creating a ripple effect that completely transforms our lives. So, as we reflect on these 6 secrets, remember this: it's never too late to start. You have everything you need within you to live a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. You just have to decide to begin today. As we wrap up today's video, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We've explored the incredible power of independence and how doing what we can, no matter our age, can lead to a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. From Grandpa Choi's simple daily routine to Grandma Park's inspiring recovery, these stories remind us that the secret to longevity isn't just about what we eat or how we exercise. It's about maintaining our ability to do things for ourselves and finding joy in the small victories along the way. So, what about you? What is one thing you've learned today that you can bring into your own life? It could be something as small as setting a daily goal for yourself or embracing the idea of continuous growth, no matter your age. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you're going to practice from today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips on living a longer, healthier life. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's never too late to start.